today, well, first of all, I'm very sorry for not uploading for a while. I've just had a lot of bad luck with the replay system. I've only just been able to get my replays to work at all. And now that they're finally working, there's several bugs in the replays. The timer doesn't show up, but I'm hoping to get that fixed pretty soon. I'm sorry for the downtime. I've also been messing around a lot with Adobe After Effects, so hopefully we'll have a new intro in soon. I've been messing around with Plexus as well. And yeah, I had a pretty good game in the JPanther 2, and I just wanted to show it off. Just managed to unlock this tank, and yeah, it seems excellent so far. The lower and upper plate of it are very weak for German tanks, as normally their upper hull is very strong and angleable. However, the actual upper superstructure as such, when pointing directly at the enemy, is very strong indeed. Oh my god, I just noticed that on my team there happens to be an AMX 1357, which I didn't notice when I was actually playing this game like 10 minutes ago, which is pretty cool. I didn't think this thing was out for purchase yet. It might not be. It might be just an alpha tester, I don't know. But that's pretty cool. He didn't do anything anyway. But yeah, I've just managed to take out my first enemy from full health. I put 3 shots into them. We got some pretty unlucky rolls, but nevertheless, that's one enemy down. We take advantage of the weak upper turret turret roof of the IS-3, and roll quite high with 517, and again with 497. So as you can see, these enemies are barely even bothering to shoot at me, because the upper structure of this, well, I'm a very small target, as all that's poking out is really my gun, and also the very many people know that the upper upper hull of this thing is very strong indeed, and also the gun mantler, as there is a lot of spaced armour there. See, we're easily cutting through this IS-6's side of turret. For some reason the health bar on this isn't working properly, but I am actually on full health at the moment. And this tank has, I believe, 1,150 hit points. And the enemy IS-6 is taken out. I now notice that we're getting outflanked quite terribly in the south of the map, so I start to progress across so that I can support my allies by flanking the enemy. Then spot the Tiger 2 giving his side, so start putting shots into him. I didn't notice the KV-2 approaching from below, and took damage for my mistake. The Tiger 1 even, then somehow manages to dodge that shot. I don't particularly understand how that happened, because I think maybe a slight bit of server delay, as my reticule was entirely covering the enemy tank. We're then looking for the KV-85 that was recently spotted in this area, but since we don't find him, we progress on. Our allies are dropping like flies, and we're trying to flank this cluster of TDs with the medium to try and keep my allied IS-3, no, Tiger alive. But I think I've got hit just about too late. Very unlucky shot here, goes into the dirt. But as the M4 is either AFK or really tunnel visioning, I managed to get the second shot in. I've then of course been noticed by the Su-152 and Rheinmetall, who are making their way back up. I take an unneeded hit from the Su-152. I reckon that if I'd tucked more into the right there before he'd been spotted and pre-assumed that he would be there, I would have came off a lot better from that firefight. Because when you're in positions where you're carrying the game, you should always try to make the enemies take the fight to you. I got a very, very, very lucky shot there where the Rheinmetall Borsig put his shot into my track rather than the side of my hull, which is very weak. I then tuck my tank into the side of the cliff and prepare myself to fight against the Rheinmetall, but the KV-2 was there instead, and this is basically the end of our game. That was a pretty devastating loss for me, and yeah, I put in quite a lot of effort to this game, but the team just didn't have it in them. Let's have a quick look at the post-game stats. As you can see, this was a pretty devastating defeat with a Mastery Badge, Fire for Effect, Duelist, Top Gun, High Caliber and Tank Sniper. We did 6,033 damage, got 6 kills, 3 medals, and ended with 901 base XP on a loss. We made more XP than most of their team when they won on a loss. We still managed to make a profit on this loss, and quite a large one due to the amount of damage done. As for the Courageous Resistance reward, we fired 18 shots, 16 of those have hit, 15 of those penetrated. When put in matchups like this, the JPanther 2 does really, really shine, as its gun is simply exemplary. We received 1,351 experience. That was bumped up to 742 due to the Courageous Resistance award, meaning that we got 2,094 experience on a loss. Actually, the AMX 1337F did quite a lot of damage for us, being 2,130. So even though being a tier 7 light tank, he really did contribute the most out of the game, whereas the rest of my allies didn't do much at all, which definitely contributed to the loss, as there were tier 8s and tier 7s doing nothing. Well, on that grim note, I've been Revelo501. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.